Good morning. Thank you for staying with Citizen TV. This is the extended version of Daybreak because there's an important function happening on Sunday. It's the Nairobi City Marathon. You wonder how you can take part? We are just about to find out. Joining me in studio now is Jackson Tuwei. He's the Athletics Kenya president for this conversation. This is it's a marathon happening actually on the expressway.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for making time for us. Are the preparations complete? Let's start there before we go into the reason why you decided to use the expressway.
Yeah, thank you very much, Trevor. And yes, we have got this great marathon coming up on Sunday 8th, this coming Sunday. The first marathon of its kind here in Nairobi.
Yeah.
And the preparations have taken place. We have done all the plans. First of all, we started with a logo, because you cannot run an event without a logo. And this is the logo that we have chosen. Yeah. For Nairobi City Marathon, which you can see it is showing Nairobi, the highlight.
All that the frontal sides that I see, yes, like that.
Yeah, it's showing, Nairobi high-rise buildings. It's showing an athlete in Kenya, Kenya colors, and it's also showing the wildlife of Nairobi. Nairobi City is the only city in the world that has got a national park.
Yes.
So we have taken care of all that, and that is our logo. That's the logo for this this marathon. And yes, so the preparations are ready. We have done everything that is supposed to be done for a marathon. One of the most important things for a marathon is, first of all, the route. Yes. So we have the route as well for 42 kilometers.
42 kilometers?
42 kilometers.
That's a full marathon?
Yes, a full marathon. And we have also done another marathon, another route for 21 kilometers. Okay. Because we are going to have 4 events. Yeah. And we have also another one for 10 kilometers, because that is another event that is going to take place on Sunday. Yeah. And the last one is 5 kilometers. Okay. So all those routes have been measured. Yeah. The program starts at exactly 7:30 in the morning. And we start with 21-kilometer race. Okay. Starting at Nyayo National Stadium outside Nyayo National Stadium, and it starts at 7:30 in the morning. Yeah. The next race will be 42 kilometers, which is a full marathon, which starts at exactly 8 o'clock. And then the 10-kilometer, which is the next race, is also going to start at 9 o'clock exactly. And the last one, which is 5 kilometers, will start at 9:30. And so all that program, all those programs are expected to finish by about 2 o'clock. Yeah. Because these are marathons, and they are long distances, particularly the full marathon. So the registration for athletes or those who want to come and run, we have put the registration for 42 kilometers, which is full marathon, is 1,500 shillings to register.
And it's open for everyone?
It's open for everybody. Okay. But of course, there are those elite athletes who have been invited. Yeah. How many of them are taking part? The elite athletes. Elite athletes, they are still registering. Yeah. So far, we have got over 500 athletes for the 42-kilometer race. Out of those, 10%, call it about 25 or 30, are elite athletes, not only from Kenya, but from other countries. Ethiopia mainly, Eritrea, and Kazakhstan, and other countries. So we have got quite a number of them coming here, and they have already registered. Yeah. But those are on the invitational list. Those who are invited are not required to register, because these are elite athletes, and so the sponsors of this event will pay for them. Yeah. Registration for 21 kilometer is 1,200, and for 10 kilometer is 1,000. 5 kilometer is 500. Okay. Yes. Why the expressway, though? Why did you choose the expressway of all the parts? Trevor, the expressway, which has been constructed by the government of Kenya, is a great idea, a great vision by the leaders of this country that has actually changed the face of Nairobi. And I think it's only fair that when there's a major development like that, we all recognize this development. And we would like to see, our athletes and all the spectators to come and see this great development which has changed the face of Nairobi. It is a great event, a great development, and for a great event.
Yeah.
And so we would like to be, you know, of course, to support that idea entirely.
Yeah.
Because really, it is not every day that you see something like that. I don't think you see anything like that in other cities. Mm-hmm. And so Nairobi is a great city. It has come out you know, very well. And we want to thank the government for doing exactly this.
Yeah.
So we want to be part and parcel of that legacy.
Yeah.
You know, because it's a Uhuru Classic legacy.
You're calling it Uhuru Classic?
It is legacy. Uhuru Classic. It is the Nairobi Marathon. Yeah. Uhuru Classic. Okay. That is the legacy for His Excellency the President, Uhuru Kenyatta. Why? What is the significance of that? Well, he has been. This has happened during his leadership. Yeah. And definitely it needs to be remembered for quite a long time that something like this happened during the leadership of His Excellency the President Uhuru Kenyatta. So that is why it is called Uhuru Classic. So which part of it happened during his legacy? Because we've had several marathons before, or is it just the part of the expressway alone? Because that has also not even been given access to motorists yet. It's not been launched. Well, that is part of the launching program, I believe, and it is the expressway. Yeah. Which has never happened. We have never had one before. Okay. Coming from all the way from Lolongo to James Kishuru on the other side, it is across the city. Yeah. And this is a great idea, great vision, and this needs to be recognized really as one of the major development projects that have taken place in our country. This has also been said to be the most paying marathon. Yes. Why is that? And what are you measuring it against? How have you decided that this is the most paying of them all? Yes, it is the most paying because one of the things that have happened is, apart from being the legacy project, it is also going to be one of the most paying, the highest paying actually, the highest paying marathon in Africa. In Africa, not in the world, but in Africa. But now it matches the other world marathons that take place in different cities of the world. You know that there are quite a number of different different marathons which are sponsored by cities. Yeah. You hear about London Marathon, Berlin Marathon, Chicago, and so forth and so on. Yeah. So this is going to be the Nairobi Marathon, which is dubbed Uhuru Classic. Yeah. And so it actually matches any other marathon in the world. Right. And that is why we want to have it as one of the most paying, the highest paying in Africa and one of the best in the world. Yeah. So yes, it is going to be very well paying. You've already spoken about other athletes coming from different parts of the world. That you've mentioned Kazakhstan, Ethiopia, where else? I've said Ethiopia, yes. Kazakhstan, yes. I've said Eritrea. And others are still registering. Remember, we still have another 2 days to go, and registration still goes on. So we expect quite a number of others. Yeah, and you mentioned that this is the most paying. How sustainable is that in the long run, or is it just going to be a one-off? It is sustainable. You know, when you plan something from the beginning, and you plan it well, and you have that program for the future, then it will definitely be sustainable because we know how to get the resources, what kind of the plans that we have for the future, and in fact the first phase is going to go for 10 years. That is 10 years. That is the first phase that we are planning. So this is the first one, and we would like to see it go for 10 years. Yeah. The first, that is the first phase, and then beyond that, I'm sure there will be other plans and other way of doing things. So in these 10 years, will it be rotational or will it always be on the expressway? We would like to see it all on the expressway, and that is the plan we have at the moment. Yeah. Because of that recognition of the expressway. Yeah. Yes. And when we say it is the most paying, what figures are we looking at here? We are looking at figures of $60,000. That's for the winner. 5 million, give or take. That's about just over 6 million Kenya shillings for the winner of the 42-kilometer race. That's never happened here. It has never happened in Africa. Okay. This is the first time that usually are they paid? Sorry? For 42 kilometers, what is the range of payment? Because if 6 million is the highest, what has been the norm? Yes, we are going to pay from number 1 to number 20. Okay. In the full marathon.
Okay.
So the winner will be $60,000 because we are talking about dollars because of, we have other international runners here.
Yes.
And they are going to be, it will be paid in dollars, by the way. And we expect that the last person, the number 20, will get $500. So in between there, they'll get, they range between 60 and 5.
Yeah.
Properly calculated and in priority basis.
Okay.
Pro rata basis, rather.
Okay.
Yes.
Where are we getting these resources from?
Resources?
Yes, the money.
Of course, from the sports fund.
Yeah.
And from sponsors.
Okay.
Yes.
So 42 kilometers, 60,000, 21 kilometers winner?
21 kilometers. The first, we are going to award number 1 to 6.
Number 1 to 6.
For 21 kilometers. And the winner of the 21 kilometers will get $2,500.
Okay.
And number 6, again on pro rata basis, number 6 will get $300.
Okay.
And 10 kilometers, again, we are awarding 1 to 6. And then the number 1 who will be the winner will get $1,500.
Okay.
And again, on pro rata basis, up to number 6, the last is $100. So you can see the way it is ranked.
But in terms of the 42 kilometers, if they're getting $60,000 and then 21 kilometer winner gets 2,500,
yes,
why not 25,000?
It is the main. That is the main event. We would like to attract more to the main event. In fact, you can even see the name is Nairobi Marathon.
Okay.
Yeah, so we want to attract the marathoners to come here. Remember, Kenya also produced very good marathoners and world-beating individuals.
Yeah.
So we want to promote this event on this particular issue.
Okay.
Yeah.
So walk me through the route that you said. So it starts from Nyayo, then goes all the way.
Yes, the route
is that stretch 42 kilometers?
No.
They'll do a circuit.
They'll do a circuit.
Yeah.
42 kilometers.
Yeah.
It starts at outside Nyayo National Stadium. They will go to they enter. There's an entry into the expressway. So they will enter and go the opposite way.
Okay.
All the way to the airport.
Yeah.
They will turn around now on the other side.
Yeah.
And come back.
Yeah.
Now they will come up to Haile Selassie Avenue, then they will go into the city center, because we would also like to see that we cover part of the city, which is not within the expressway. But you see the Kenyans are there, the Nairobians are there, and it would be good that we also, show them what the event is all about.
Yeah.
So they will go into the CBD and cover up to 9 kilometers.
Yeah.
Within the CBD.
Within the CBD.
Yeah, then join the expressway, go all the way to ABC, down in Westlands, and then come back on the expressway now to come and finish at Nyayo National Stadium.
Yeah.
That will cover exactly 42 kilometers, 0.195.
Yeah. There's always been spectators allowed around the road when marathoners are running, but on the expressway, will there be spectators up there, or how will they be viewing?
No, it will not. We will not allow spectators at the expressway.
Yeah.
But they can watch from a distance. Those who can manage to watch on the high-rise buildings, for example, that is still welcome.
Yeah.
But the spectators will be on the side, but fairly at a distance where they can watch.
Yeah.
And we would like to encourage Kenyans, in their numbers, and particularly Nairobians, to come and not just watch, but to cheer the athletes who are running also. For an athlete to do well and put a lot of effort, you need to cheer those athletes. You need to encourage them.
Yeah.
And so we'll be calling upon Kenyans to come in big numbers.
Yeah.
Come and watch this.
But also we've seen some of our local marathons and our stars. They don't take part in these marathons within, but they break records outside of the country, but internally they don't really participate. Is that intentional? Why is that happening?
They do participate, by the way, because quite a number of them have won before they have gone to win in other parts of the world. Yeah. But remember, it also depends on the pass.
Yeah.
It depends on how much there is available for the winners.
So do you expect this to attract our star marathoners?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But remember also some of the marathoners have got a program for the year. And so those who will, for example, be running in the World Championship or in the Commonwealth, you may not see them running here because they are already preparing for those events where we also want to do well.
Yeah.
And the program in a marathon is such that you can only run a maximum of 3 marathons in a year.
Yeah.
You don't run every day because the recovery period is quite long also.
So you can run a maximum of 3 marathons
at least 3 marathons in a year.
Yeah.
If you want your body to be properly comfortable, and to get the energy to go and run the next one. So the recovery period is quite a long while.
Yeah.
A minimum of 3 months.
Is this why you rarely ever see the greatest of all times, like in Eliud Kipchoge and like in Bridget Kosgei? Very rare to see them running here at home, but they break records elsewhere.
True, but remember their rating is and their profile is quite high also in the world.
Okay.
And so we have not held a world category event here in Kenya. We have had marathons, of course. We have got Standard Chartered Marathon here in Nairobi.
Yeah.
We have got CAS Marathon. We have had CAS Marathon in Eldoret, Kapsabet, Eldoret. We have had, the other day, we have now Eldoret City Marathon, which is, has been the best in Kenya today. And then you saw Nakuru City Marathon, when they were getting their charter. They also they organized a half marathon.
Yeah.
So when you take all that together, you need a marathon that matches any other marathon in the world, and this is the one that is going to do that.
Why have we been unable to hold a world-class marathon? Is this our first attempt, like you're mentioning now?
You know, there is time for everything.
Yeah.
There is time for everything, and this is the time has come. Okay. That this one is now coming in, and it is not the only event. You know, on Saturday we also have Continental Tour.
Yeah.
Which is going to be the 3rd one. So its time had come. Now this one, the time has also come.
Yeah.
So there is time for everything.
Okay. And it's quite a busy calendar for Kenyan athletes. You know, we have the Commonwealth Games in Birmingham coming, in the UK, World Athletics in Oregon, USA. What are the plans to ensure that then we bag as many medals as possible?
Well, all this is a matter of planning again. You remember I told you from the beginning that if you plan well, then obviously you are likely to get good results. And so we are planning on this. We just finished our national championships the other day, and we selected a team that is going to Mauritius for the African Senior Championships next month. And as you said, from there we go for the World Championships in Oregon in July.
Yeah.
And then in beginning of August, down to Birmingham in UK for the Commonwealth Games.
Yeah.
And then about the same time, we also have the World Under-20 in Cali, Colombia, around the same time. So all that is a matter of really planning, and we are not starting to plan now.
Yeah.
We started planning last year.
Okay.
So that we have got a program, we have got a calendar that guides us on what to do and when. And of course to give the chance to every athlete to prepare well. We have already warned them, we have already talked to them, we are going to have trials.
Yeah.
And so we have had the first trial for the African Championships, we are going to have trials for the others, for the Commonwealth and for the World Championship and for the World Under-20. Okay. Because we must have the trials to meet to select the athletes that meet the qualification standards. Very important. Okay. Qualification standard.
Yeah.
Because you cannot be allowed to go and run if you have not qualified.
Okay.
That is why we have got those trials.
And as we wind up on this, let's talk about one thing, that the elephant in the room, something that bedevils our athletes, our star athletes, most of them. One is the issue of welfare. Some of them also in terms of mental health and being in relationships that are not straightforward also, and how to handle their finances, because there are many people who are saying they come into a lot of money all of a sudden, and then there are individuals that then take advantage of them. As the president of Athletics Kenya, is there a solid plan to ensure that our athletes are taken care of, their welfare is taken care of, so that they don't go back to abject poverty?
Exactly. We have started this quite some times back. But as I said again, there are always things that come into effect when time goes on. We started with, first of all, I'm surprised you did not mention the doping. because that has been another elephant in the room. We started with that long time ago. In 2014, we started with a plan on how to fight the doping menace that has actually created a major problem within our country and with our athletes. And we are still battling that. So what did we do? We started with having athletes come for seminars, so that we educate them. We take them through the dangers of doping. And with that, we have fought several times. And we know that was our plan, and we continue doing that every year. At the end of the season, we bring all the athletes together. But then as we were doing that in 2017, 2018, we realized also that there are other subjects that we need to cover, other topics that we need to cover. And as you said, we looked at the challenges that the athletes are facing, one of which is financial management. Another one that we talked about is, of course, the banking that goes with the financial management. Another one that came up very closely is income tax returns. Another one that we looked at was about retirement. Another one was about signing contracts, because our athletes actually sign contracts with the managers and so forth. And so we looked at all that, and we said we need to do more in terms of educating the athletes. So we invited professionals, because we are not professionals when it comes to that. And we have taken them through all that. Now, as we were doing all this last year, and maybe last year and the other year, now this new thing came up of relationship. And now that is what we are tackling, to see that we take them through the lessons of living, in relationship and managing mental health. That is what we are doing currently. So you see, it's not just one or the other. There are things that come every now and then. But again, when you talk about this relationship and mental handling and so forth and so on, we realize that we are not the only ones. It is within the society. And I think we need to look at something like this in totality, and see that we actually manage that issue within our young generation. All right.
In 30 seconds, what do you tell Kenyans as we gear up for the marathon, the Nairobi City Marathon? What is your parting shot?
First of all, I would like to welcome them to come and watch this great marathon, which is coming up on the 8th. And of course, to come and support our athletes, because we also want them to win. Come and support the event itself, and come and appreciate what the government of Kenya has done in terms of development within the Nairobi city.
All right.
So I welcome all of them, including you, Trevor. I hope you'll be able to come. Why don't you come and run 5 kilometers? Or maybe 10 kilometers?
I will try.
Please do.
See how that goes. All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coming in. Jackson Tuwe, Athletics Kenya President, speaking to us about the Nairobi City Marathon happening on Sunday. Go on and register and be part of this great movement. The track and field starts on a new track, all right? See you in just a bit. We're taking a quick break now. We'll see you shortly. Thanks.